So we've just seen that the word bon, spelt B-O-N, means good when it's describing a masculine noun. And the word bonne, spelt B-O-N-N-E, is the feminine version of the word good. So how would you say in French, the chicken is good? Le poulet est bon. Le poulet est bon. The turkey is good. La dinde est bonne. La dinde est bonne. So in this lesson so far, we've had le poulet, which means the chicken. La dinde means the turkey. Le and la are the masculine and feminine words for the. Bon and bonne are the masculine and feminine words for good. How would you say Pierre is good? Pierre est bon. Pierre est bon. Marie is good. Marie est bonne. Marie est bonne. So because the word bon in its masculine form ends in a consonant, you don't pronounce the M on the end. Bon. However, because the feminine version, bonne, ends in a vowel, you can pronounce the N sound. So bon and bonne. The word bon isn't the only adjective that changes when you describe a feminine noun. Some of the other adjectives that we've learnt also change depending on whether they're describing a masculine or a feminine noun. But what's an adjective? An adjective is a word that is used to describe something. However, a simpler explanation is this. If you can put it is in front of a word, then it's most probably an adjective. It is good. It is fantastic. It is delicious. It is perfect. It is bad. All those words are adjectives. In French, an adjective is a word you can put si in front of. C'est bon. It's good. C'est fantastique. It's fantastic. C'est délicieux. It's delicious. C'est parfait. It's perfect. C'est mauvais. It's bad. So an adjective is a word you can put it is in front of. The French word for delicious is délicieux. But when you use it to describe a feminine noun, it changes slightly and it becomes délicieuse. Délicieuse. So the X on the end of délicieux changes to an SE and it's pronounced délicieuse. So délicieux is used to describe masculine nouns and délicieuse is used to describe feminine nouns. How would you say them in French? The chicken is delicious. Le poulet est délicieux. Le poulet est délicieux. How would you say the turkey is delicious? La dinde est délicieuse. La dinde est délicieuse. So we use délicieuse in this sentence because the word for turkey is feminine in French. So it doesn't matter who's saying the sentence. All that matters is the noun that it's describing. And so if the noun that the adjective is describing is feminine, you have to use the feminine version of the adjective. The French word for perfect is parfait. Parfait. But when you use it to describe a feminine noun, you add an E to the end and it becomes parfait. Parfait. So parfait and parfait. So how would you say in French, the chicken is perfect? Le poulet est parfait. Le poulet est parfait. How would you say the turkey is perfect? La dinde est parfaite. La dinde est parfaite. So parfait was the masculine word for perfect, and parfaite is the feminine word for perfect. And all you had to do was add an E to the end. And in fact, that's the general rule. It doesn't work all the time, but most of the time, if you have an adjective and you want to make it feminine, you can add an E to the end. So mauvais means bad. If we add an E to the end, we get the feminine, mauvaise. Mauvaise. So mauvais and mauvaise both mean bad. How would you say the chicken is bad? Le poulet est mauvais. Le poulet est mauvais. The turkey is bad. La dinde est mauvaise. La dinde est mauvaise. How would you say in French, Pierre is bad? Pierre est mauvais. Pierre est mauvais. Marie is bad. Marie est mauvaise. Marie est mauvaise. So far, we've seen how 4 adjectives change is by describing feminine nouns. So the word bon, which means good, becomes bonne. So it gets an N-E on the end. Bon, bonne. The word délicieux, which means delicious, becomes délicieuse. So the X becomes an S-E. Délicieux, délicieuse. The word parfait, which means perfect, just gets an E on the end. And you pronounce the feminine version parfaite. Parfait, parfaite. Similarly, the word mauvais, which means bad, gets an E on the end, and you pronounce the feminine version mauvaise. Mauvais, mauvaise. So bon, bonne, délicieux, délicieuse, parfait, parfaite, mauvais, mauvaise. However, not all adjectives have a different feminine version. For example, fantastique, which means fantastic, is used to describe both masculine and feminine nouns, and it doesn't change at all. This is because it ends in the letter E, and most adjectives in French that end in the letter E don't have a separate feminine version. So fantastique can be used to describe masculine nouns and feminine nouns. How would you say the chicken is fantastic? Le poulet est fantastique. Le poulet est fantastique. How would you say the turkey is fantastic? La dinde est fantastique. La dinde est fantastique. So you just use the word fantastique as it is to describe masculine words or feminine words. And the general rule is if an adjective ends in the letter E, it won't have a separate feminine form. This next word is an adjective that is identical to the English word. You just pronounce it a little differently. Terrible. Terrible. It means terrible. Terrible. And you'll notice that it ends in the letter E, which means it doesn't have a separate feminine form. So terrible means terrible when it's describing masculine nouns or feminine nouns. So how would you say in French, the restaurant is terrible? Le restaurant est terrible. Le restaurant est terrible. So in this lesson so far, we've had le poulet, which means the chicken. La dinde means the turkey. Le and la are the masculine and feminine versions of the word ve. Bon and bonne are the masculine and feminine words for good. Délicieux, délicieuse are the masculine and feminine words for delicious. Parfait, parfaite mean perfect in the masculine and feminine. Mauvais and mauvaise are the masculine and feminine words for bad. And terrible means terrible. So how would you say in French, the turkey is terrible? La dinde est terrible. La dinde est terrible. It's terrible here. C'est terrible ici. C'est terrible ici. I think it's absolutely terrible. Pour moi, c'est absolument terrible. Pour moi, c'est absolument terrible. It's always terrible here. C'est toujours terrible ici. C'est toujours terrible ici.